What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paper Planes channel. This is my Dark Souls 2 Ultimate Walkthrough Guide, and we're picking back up at the Earthen Peak where we left off last episode. Okay, so when we first get in here, we're just going to walk down this poison slope. Poison is fun! Now, if you've got some good earphones on, you can hear those enemies around the corner. So what I want you to do is, while we're taking damage, we're just going to use one of our life gems to postpone the poison. Now there's going to be some friends in here to the right. They're not going to do too much to us because we're already poisoned, but they can do some physical melee damage, so worry about that as well. Whoops. Watch me die in the first 10 seconds of the video. Okay, so first off, I want to explain, do not use this Pharaoh's Lockstone. There is a poison bite ring behind there, which can be beneficial, but it's kind of a waste of a Lockstone, to be honest. So if you find yourself getting poisoned all the time just because of your forgetfulness that you need to keep some moss on you or something, then maybe you use this here, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you follow this guide, you're really not going to use it, and poison is more of a nuisance than something that you really need to concern yourself with. So, we got that Estus Flask shard, of course, at the end of the hallway, if you didn't notice that. Now, we've got some other enemies walking around, and you can hear them all over the place. So, we're going to go ahead and do some ranged killing while we're here. This is the best viewpoint to kill this enemy. And then we've got another guy in there, but you can see he's behind that cage, so we don't want to attack him just yet. Now, our other enemies that were in this room should be dead from the last time we signed out. So if they're not, you've got 3 big baddies with hammers in here, so make sure to be careful about that. Now we can see this guy up top, so we'll actually, you know what? Just seeing my ugly fried bacon face makes me want to use one of my human effigies. Look at that. Swagger Ultimate. Okay, so now we're back to our healing materials. We'll get to our catalyst and our binoculars. Kill that guy. And we'll angle up over here. Kill this buddy. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Oh my god. I was totally an Olympic archer, can't you guys tell? So we'll come back up this slope here with our shield in hand. And we're gonna move really slow. So this guy over there will approach us, and not his buddy. He can't see us because that huge fucking hammer is in his way. Great job, security. What's my friend doing? Why is he running over here looking all aggressive and shit? I'll just keep staring in the other direction. This big ugly loves to slam his shield. Slam me in my shield with his freaking hammer. Those hammers are incredibly huge. It's crazy. Alright, so there you could see that guy up in the top corner here. He usually comes off the stairways when you move into this room, so be aware of him. We're going to take some damage there. So heal up. And now we're going to work on this guy. But you want to stay out here. You want as much navigation space as you can. There's a couple reasons you don't want to fight him in the room that he's hanging out in, and we're about to go over those. So obviously you don't want to be swinging your sword around poison pots, and then you've got these poison beetles in here that'll come out after you. So that's just one other reason. Typically, if you see an enemy, you always want to take the advantage of drawing them into areas that you know are more secure, and you've got lots of space to navigate. So continue taking out these guys with range. And then there's one last enemy in there. Yep, keep that shield on. And we can creep up to him real slow like, because he's doing a good job. Damn it! You don't want him to hit that chest. You made me miss my backstab, you son of a bitch. So yeah, I don't know why he's standing like this. He's not really earning his minimum wage very well. So this chest is trapped, so we're going to roll away from this bad boy. Now the traps are never consistent. They can be a bow or they can be poison. Either way, I do the same thing to avoid the effects of the trap. I always tend to roll to the backwards right diagonal direction there. Yeah, everybody knows that direction. Okay, so we're going to come over to this corner here. Drop, oops, almost forgot about that. Drop down here first. Pick up this item, green blossom, then turn around. That green blossom was just a drop from the mob, but the goal is to get this skeptic spice. Okay, so just because you're like here on this ramp and you see that drop down space down there, don't do that. Do this. Put your back in this corner. Look at your awesome monocle. Then we're going to line up your camera with the doorway there. Then turn around and jump. Oh! That was a total brain fart. You don't need to jump at all. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, yeah, so we'll fix that. Alright, so we're going to grab these souls. Retrieval. And I just want to point out that I have not been drinking, even though I'm acting pretty retarded right now. So yeah, we're just gonna line up one more time, folks, and just run off. Whee! Oh man, that was so hard. Okay, so yeah, line up here, let this guy come at you. Very effective attack, sir. Doesn't he look so freaking awesome? Yeah, he does. Alright, so we got another guy just hanging out to the left. What's up, buddy? I don't know how they can see me. Watch out for this pressure plate there. That's going to trigger these arrows hanging out in that indentation of the wall down there. Those are strong enough to kill you, actually, so you gotta be careful. Spooky. So yeah, there's one guy to the left as well. They always like to hang out on the left side for some reason. Those guys are called mannequins, by the way, because they're like empty armor suits, I think. They don't have heads, and when they do, they wear those crazy looking masks, which are pretty awesome, actually. We're gonna get one in this episode. So we picked up some nice bundle of Titanite shards. Da-na-na-na. What is it? The heavy crossbow +3. So sweet. We get a pre-upgraded weapon. That's pretty nice. Always a good thing when you grab something like that. So here you can see it right there. And it is a large crossbow that deals heavy damage. Equip bolts to use. Unlike bows, a crossbow can be held in one hand. Equip up to 2 types of bolts to give yourself immediate options in battle. It requires 20 strength and 6 dexterity to wield effectively. So you can see the damage stats right there. Pretty awesome. It's really slow though, so you can see anytime we've fought an enemy that was using a heavy crossbow, they are just really easy. You never want to use bows in PvP. They're so easy to dodge, and even if you don't need to dodge it, you can just hold a shield up and never take any damage. So yeah, bows are made just for really standard monster fighting. Player versus monster. Alright, so basically all we're going to do is run over here and do the jump. And we're going to go back up the ladder. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. And we're going to go through that fog gate that we noticed earlier. And I'm not going to use my human effigy because the last time I used that, I died right after it. And it was kind of frustrating. So I'm just going to look like some crispy bacon for the rest of this episode. Oh shit, I forgot. I was walking into a boss fight. Okay, so yeah. Hit these pots. Oh my god, that was awesome. No. This is the most ineffective boss fight I've ever done. Okay, run in here. You want to hit him in the face or the belly area. I like to stay just behind his little arm here. Come on. No! There we go. The reason I stay around here is because he can't hurt me with his mouth. While he's eating, he takes less damage, if you're wondering what that's all about. The reason I drop those pots with the ranged is so he gets preoccupied with eating and doesn't worry about me. So you can see it's really easy to kill him. Obviously, it would have been even easier if I would have been thinking about the boss fight. So that was pretty funny, actually. I just ran right through that fog gate, forgetting that there's a boss behind it. So yeah, what you do is you aim with your sorceries and you shoot down these potted dudes. Obviously, I only needed 3, but you can do more than that if you want even more time. Depends on how much damage you're dealing, but that should be plenty because we didn't even do it very effectively and it was enough. So there you go. Now you know how to do's it. Yeah, this is a friend. Don't be afraid. Just light the fire and communicate through all of the chat options here, and we're gonna get a fancy new item from them. So let's talk. Just continue to go through all the conversations, spam your chat button if you've already heard this stuff before. She's talking about some really depressing downer shit. So we're gonna go to our equipment and see what she gave us. What did we win? So we get the Ring of Steel Protection +1, and this is a pretty good item to have at this juncture in the game. So it depends on if you like having your health gradually restore itself. I like that effect. It's come in handy many times. It really saves on your healing wares. If you know that you're going to take a break for a second from combat, just let that thing do its magic instead of having to use all your Estus flasks or whatnot. But at some point that doesn't become very beneficial because you have so many Estus flasks or so many healing wares saved up that you want to start using that ring slot for something else. So obviously that's for you to decide at your playthrough when you want to use what rings. So that's all up to you guys. That's personal preference. Okay, so we're not going to progress any further right now because we got a lot of souls on us. So we're going to go back to Majula real quick. And we picked up that Estus Flask shard, so remember to talk to her.
Is that a shard?
Yes, it is.
See, however,
you read my mind. Alright, and then we're going to leave her. And we're going to run over to our fancy feast loving little cat friend. I hate how this door is always closed. I need to just destroy that and see if it remains that way.
oh, and what? Just about. Not exactly. Well, oh yeah. So, ooh.
Why are you talking so much? Alright. So we're going to go to buy items. Going to buy the silver cat ring. So we're going to need that in the near future.
Satisfied? I'll be around.
Yes,
if you ever come
I'm
back.
very satisfied. And let's head in here. See if we've got any opportunity to do some upgrades. Whoops. And we can see that we need one more Titanite chunk to work on that, so we'll go ahead and take that for another time. Take that for another time. That makes lots of sense. So we'll use the rest of our souls to level up. Let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and spend some more on endurance. Now that I have endurance at 10, I'm going to spend the rest at vitality so I can start wearing some heavier gear. So now we're going to go back. Don't worry, that's not it. There's more. There's lots more. We're going to be getting so much stuff in this episode. Alright, so let me get my bearings. There's gonna be some enemies soon up these stairs. Some more mannequins. Come on, buddy. That's cheap. Don't throw that shit at me. Alright, so after you kill that first guy, go over here and pull on this lever. You don't want that poison vat hanging down in the middle because it's easy to poison you if it destroys itself while you walk by. Because that's what it does, it just fucking blows up. And I'm totally lying to you, but if you're clumsy and you hit it, you're gonna have a bad time. There we go. See, how is that not a backstab? I want to know. Somebody tell me. I've definitely noticed that backstabs seem to be more successful when you're not actually facing their back, you're more facing their kidneys. So, let that be a lesson to you, peoples. This thing is not an illusory wall. Do not try to open it somehow. Don't worry about it. It just looks like that, okay? So we're gonna line this guy up. Aw, yeah. Do the same with his buddy. And now we're gonna drag this guy towards us, but he's gonna be a tough cookie, so we're gonna try to kill him with magics. Ah! Just out of reach. Alright, and after that we're gonna go back to our shield and sword, our sword. Watch out to the left. You don't want to move over there just yet. If you approach it, there's gonna be some bad dudes that drop down. So what we're gonna do is go over here, and if you let me remind you guys about this. Do not go down there and try to jump across that gap. You cannot win. You can't win. That's what Rocky's wife says to him. She's such a great fan and supporter of his craft. So we'll deal with that in a second. What's up, dude? Alright. Now there's a chest down here, and it's totally safe. No booby traps. Alright, we got the pike. That's it. Episode's over. Game 1. Let's check it out. Where you at? There it is. A pike, a spear with an extended pole, offers a very long reach even for a spear, allowing for attacks for safer distances. Traditionally a weapon of regimental rather than single combat due to its unwieldiness. However, if you can manage to effectively step around an opponent, they will hardly have a chance to hit back. So true. Alright, so it's got a strength requirement of 12 and a dexterity requirement of 16. You can see all the good stuff there. It's a thruster. Alright, so we're not going to be using that, but it is fun. It's good to use. I like it a lot. Okay, going back up. Now we're going to have to deal with these bad dudes. So be ready. I'm just going to kind of jump down. And I like to get in some attacks as quickly as possible and then roll back before that other guy does his fancy thing and hits me in the face with it. Now you can see how easy it is to stun these opponents. They really just, once you hit them once, if you keep moving forward and swinging, you're going to get to kill them. Because they got no defense at that point. Now we got this guy here. He's all alone, so don't worry about him. So lonely. Nice attacks though. Now if these guys do hit you, they do some pretty good damage, and they've got some really fast attacks that follow up with combos, so you gotta be careful about that. Enter the fog gate. I promise there's no fat hulking demon ready to eat you behind it. We're gonna tap it once. We're not gonna rest here. And then we're going to toggle and light our torch. So we about to set this motherfucker on fire. So walk up the hill here and set light. I don't know why it says that. Set light. It should just say fuck shit up. Once you're done with that, go ahead and go back to your shield. So what this does is this windmill, this wind-powered mechanical gear here, basically feeds this whole level with poison. So it's like a pump system. So once this stops working by setting it on fire, a lot of the areas that you're walking through won't have the poison anymore. So it's going to come into play in a lot of different spaces, but in particularly the one that matters the most is the boss room. So we're not going to have to deal with so much poison in there as we normally would if you do not set that on fire, which is kind of unfortunate because they really don't do a good job of letting you know that you need to do that. So I have a feeling a lot of you that are watching this, even if you've played the game before, you have no idea about that. So now you know. Easier boss fight. Okay, so you can go ahead and rest here if you like. There's going to be that enemy behind us again, so don't forget about him. And of course our buddies that jumped down below to get us earlier. The problem with these guys is they're easy by themselves, but they're definitely a task when you have to deal with them together. That's why I didn't rest the first time. I wanted to light that windmill before I even did anything like that. So yeah, I only rested so I could have full use of all my spells. Now be careful about this. There's a platform right behind that body. So we pick up the black fire bombs. And we've got a dude over here behind this pillar, but his back is actually this way. So he's just guarding that soul, because I guess they think if you see that and you're like, oh, blinded by the lights, that's what would happen. So it's actually what you would sound like if you saw that soul and that's what you did. It's a true story, guys. Just deal with it. So this is the mannequin mask, and it is freaking awesome. It just looks so badass. Let's take a look. Whoa, we're cool now. So cool. But it doesn't have the magical property of increasing my loot find rate, so we're just gonna look like this funny looking fellow. It's okay, buddy. I still love you. Don't go up the ladder. Watch out for that switch again. And come through here. Just got this guy to our left. Give him some love. Pick up his loot. That's not always going to drop, by the way. And now we've got this area here. So you can, if you didn't get lucky enough to notice that when you're first playing, you can break through these railings. So once you do, we're going to go over around this corner here. By the way, you can look at all this cool stuff. Like, what is that thing doing there? What is it powering? It's a windmill, but for what? I don't know. It's always cool to look at the zones in Dark Souls. Pretty drab, but still fun. So here we've got Gilligan. He's a pretty big dude, actually. He's got a nice beer gut. And he is very important to our playthrough, so we're going to talk to him. And there are some items that you can buy from him now at a discounted rate. So do not go back to Majula and spend the rest of these souls before you leave here, because you want to buy 2 things from him at his discounted rate, and I'm going to do that for you all to see.
Shush.
So he's going to talk his smack. He's kind of like an interesting NPC. He's basically all about that cash. So he's going to offer to sell us a ladder to get us down to the lower area, and of course we want to do that because it's the only way we can. So we get to watch Big Belly bring his ladder. He's actually going to sell us ladders to get us down into the pit that's located in Majula as well, and that's also essential. So this is another reason why you want to talk to this guy and do not attack him.
Go on ahead. I won't offer this to him twice.
Okay, so before you head down that ladder, we're going to learn a gesture, and we're going to buy an item. Now, what you're going to see here is you can get these claws for cheap, or you can get this ladder miniature, and this is essentially a key item. So there's only two ways to get this. You can purchase it from him, or you can kill him. And we don't want to kill him, and so we're just going to buy it. And buying it right now is the cheapest option. So if you don't have enough souls in your inventory, use a soul that's sitting in your item bag. Consume a soul, one of the big boy souls. You should have one that at least gives you 8,000 souls by itself. Let's see which one it is. I know you got it. The large soul of a brave warrior, because we pick it up during this episode. So if you don't have any souls, use that item and you'll be able to purchase the little ladder miniature. Okay, so continue to talk to him and exhaust all his conversation options, which he has quite a few of them. He's quite the chatty Cathy. Okay, now he's repeating himself. It's about damn time. Slide down this ladder. Mega loot. So we get an upgrade item, of course, and the Pharaoh's Lockstone. So we're starting to pick up some Lockstones. From this episode on, we're going to start picking up Lockstones relatively easily. So we're also going to see that we need to use them more frequently as well. But there are so many instances where using a Lockstone is absolutely pointless or even detrimental. So make sure that you don't just use one just because you see it. Study up on what the result of using that Lockstone will be. Okay, so here we go, inside here. Now what we're going to do is pull this lever and rush onto that wooden platform. Stay on top until it stops moving. There's going to be some enemies behind these pots, so let this mannequin destroy that pot right there. And then come over here, maybe he'll destroy this one. And let's come over here, and maybe he'll destroy this one. Now if you notice behind me, that platform descended, it went back down, so we're going to have to be careful about that stuff. And let's have him do this last pot here. Alright, cool. So don't fall backwards, but go back to your catalyst and kill this dude. Now we're going to kill this fire maiden. She is, I can't think of her name right now. It's like a desert witch. She's just one angry bitch. That's all I know. So we'll kill those two. Now you could see a warden. You can see another one of her, and there's one other bad dude. There he is. But we're not going to kill them with range. We're going to deal with them in a moment. Go ahead and open this chest. We want to wait to open the chest until after we kill those two because they have that ranged attack. So we don't want to be in the chest opening animation and getting our ass handed to us at the same time. So we picked up a shield, and let's check it out. The Mira Shield. It's a shield issued to the proud knights of Mira's official order. In Mira, a land perennially beset by unrest. This shield was a symbol of the great knights' strength and willingness to give their lives for their country. So much lore. Alright, so this is just a strength requirement of 12. You can see there it's got some bonuses to it. And it's a pretty decent shield. It's not bad. I consider it kind of like a better large leather shield. You can see there where the comparisons are. It's just a little bit better. But it's not something we're going to use because we've got a sweet shield right now. So you can see this guy wants to dance. You want to dance, mofo? So you can use your sorceries if you want. I'm not going to do that. You want to be pretty healthy before you drop down here. It's not too damaging, but you can see it does take a little chunk. Just a little chunk-ski. So we're going to pull this lever again, and now we're going to let this platform rise. Now keep in mind, if you remember the last time, I was up there long enough that the platform came down on its own, so you don't want to linger in here, because if you do, you're going to get crushed. Death by crushing. So that's not a good thing, obviously. Now we're going to go down this hallway here, and you can see we've got an enemy back there, but he's got his back turned to us. So that's pretty awesome. We can probably get some sweet damage on him before he even knows we're there. If you had your Hush sorcery equipped, you could actually do that. He's probably going to notice me, because he's a dick. See? Let's bring him back out. I don't like fighting him in there. Okay, buddy. Easy kill out in the open where you can navigate around them. It's always a bad idea to fight enemies in these hallways. Now, that's not a common drop, so I'm not going to show you guys what that is. I mean, it is a common drop in the sense that you're going to get it occasionally, but it's not something that you should expect to drop from him every time you kill him. Alright, so here's Pate. We're going to talk to him real quick, and he's going to tell us about some adventures to come, and he's also going to hook us up with his full armor set and his weapon. It's pretty badass. It's a great gift to receive, and it's all from communicating with him earlier and dealing with him in our first boss fight.
We went through.
So here you see we get a shit ton of stuff from him. Even the Ring of Thorns, Pate's shield, his spear, his full armor set. This is a big score. This whole episode is about getting massive loot.
Don't be shy.
So communicate with him fully till he starts repeating himself, like always. Pate's storyline is the most interesting one so far.
Well, this.
Pate reminds you of a more less obvious, deceptive Patches, in my opinion. Don't go out that door. There's no point to do that just yet. And we're just going to check out what he gave us. What are these rings and items all about? So, the Ring of Thorns. Ring granted protection by Kreml, god of struggle. The ring's spikes drive into the wearer's skin so that each blow taken fuels spite towards the perpetrator. When damage is taken, the ring retaliates and inflicts damage upon enemy. Sounds cool, but it's kind of useless. It basically means that you have to be taking damage for this thing to be anywhere near effective, and it really doesn't deal that much damage in return. So it's kind of fucked up. I never wear this, but you can. You can, but you shouldn't. And obviously we've got his shield and his armor set. We'll take a look at his shield. Where is it? There it is. Pate's shield. Pate's favorite great shield appears rather humdrum, but in fact was forged by layering thin sheets of iron, a process that creates a shield with excellent defense for its weight. It is not always advisable to stand out, especially if you have something tied. What are you hiding, Pate? So it's kind of cool because reading that item description tells you that he's kind of like getting rid of his shield because he doesn't want to stand out. He's trying to hide himself, and maybe that's why he's in peculiar areas. So, what does it mean? You can see here it's got a strength requirement of 25. That's something to be expected of such a massive shield, but it's crazy that it doesn't give you 100% physical damage reduction, but the Drangleic shield that I'm wielding does, because you would think that a great shield automatically gives you that kind of damage protection, but it doesn't. So, no point to wield that thing. We could look at his weapon, but it's just another spear. No need to check that out. Alright, so you can hear there's some enemies up here. They're just the fire beast lady and another warden. So once we get a hit on her, we'll let this guy follow us. Get away from these poison pots. I'm gonna turn around. Don't move too close to this edge behind me because she'll start throwing fireballs at us. Now the fire ladies don't have much of a range with their pyromancies. That's just pyromancies in general. They're really short casting spells for the most part. But they're really powerful, so if you're in close, just be aware. Oh, so much loot. So much loot. And we'll jump down there in a second, but this is another contraption. If you haven't burned the windmill, this will still be spinning, and it spins really slow, but it still can damage you. But I wouldn't worry about it. If you time your fall in there, it's totally fine. I think at this point in the game you should start testing out chests before you open them. Just give it a quick swing. And then, let's see. Oh, it's a trap. No. So continue to roll, just like I show you there. You might take a hit, but if you evade the first arrow from hitting you face forward, like if you get hit this way, you're probably not going to be able to deflect the next two, and it's going to kill you most likely. So always be aware of that. I would always get in the habit of checking, especially wooden chests, to see if they're a mimic, and just prepare for any chest to be trapped. So if you don't have experience with opening the chest previously, just when you open it, automatically try to roll back and to the right. Just get the hell out of there. So we can drop down here and kill this guy now. There's really not much reason to kill him other than the fact that I want to kill him. Now we can take out our catalyst and our binoculars and destroy that one pot. You're going to see we're down in an area that we've been before on that lift. And we'll just walk back through here. And now we're going to hang a right at the end of this hallway instead of going left. And we're back where that devil woman is. So we're going to kill her. Oh, you sidestepped my ship. Alright, now this jump is kind of scary. It's pretty difficult. I honestly haven't failed at it yet, so I'm fully expecting to do so during this recording, because that's just how it works. But the goal here is to sprint at this angle and jump on the left edge there. You're not going to make this full gap if you try to do it straight on. So we're going to try to angle ourselves there, and it's a little bit hard to see because it is kind of dark. So you just want to make sure that you start running by about this point and you've got this little angle going on. Whoa, that was really short too. So that was clearly, I could have fell easily. I don't know why it jumped so shallow for some reason. That's what I hate about jumping in Dark Souls. It's just never consistent. It's always the most nerve-wracking situation. So we got a safe chest here. They wouldn't do that to us. They wouldn't trap two chests in a row. And on your way back, you're going to do kind of the same thing, except you're going to run continuously onto this ledge and then jump. So you're not going to jump as soon as you did before. The only way to make it back is by using that ledge and continuing on it and then jumping, just like so. Now we're going to get to this rail here. Break that and drop down. This room to the right is where Pate is. That door's just closed because we never went in or out of it. We've got another item here. There's so much gear in this place. It's awesome. So we get the Great Heavy Soul Arrow, and this is a perfect pickup for us because we already have that equipped, and it's our most powerful sorcery that we can use right now. So now we're going to be able to attune it once more and have double usage of that. So you can just open this door and see, yep, it's the room with Pate. There's really nothing left to do here because we've already spoken to him and got his gear. Now what we do is just drop down below. Make sure you have enough health. And then we're going to go into this little nook here. Get this. Another nice piece of loot. The lightning spear. And this is a miracle. You guys should know the lightning spear if you've played the Dark Souls games before. What am I doing? Let's go into the inventory bag. Go into my bag. And you'll see over here, this is where we're at. It's a miracle that launches a spear of lightning, said to be the legacy of an ancient clan whose leader was revered as the god of sun. The name of the clan has been lost to time, but the gross incandescence of our magnificent father shall never wane. Jolly cooperation. Alright, so you can see here that it does require 22 faith to cast, and it will take 1 slot and 4 uses. So this is, if you've played Dark Souls, you've seen the lightning spear. It's just part of the game. You should know it. I like that item actually, but we're not using any faith-based spells. So, alright, so these guys are alive again because we've tapped the bonfire. So before we try to make that jump over there and get that loot, we're going to have to kill them. Kill them dead. Nice. Here's another jump that looks very scary, and it can be. It's quite a ways to jump, but the jump returning back from grabbing that item is even worse. So here we go. What we're going to do is line up our shoulder with this pillar here, and then camera angle, put our head in the center of that doorway, a little bit to the left of center, I'd say. And we're going to sprint and leap. That way when we land, our momentum is going to make us roll into the doorway there, but we can't roll through it because it's obviously blocked up, and it's going to prevent us from rolling off the side and suiciding. So let's do it. Oh, I shallow jumped again. I don't understand what's going on with this shallow jumping shit. Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay, so I just had a moment of clarity. I realized why I was jumping so shallow. I think I'm over 50% weight encumbrance. So let's check it out. Yep, I am. Okay, so while we're doing this jump, I'm going to make sure that my shield is off. That really shouldn't affect my jump. I don't know why it's jumping so shallow. Oh my god. If I fail again, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, let's do this. Oh yeah, I gotta kill these dudes. That would have sucked. I like make the jump but get knocked off by an arrow. Alright. We can do it, baby. We can do it. There you go. Sweet. We pick up the poison broadsword and a human effigy, so getting an item that's imbued with poison at this stage is pretty sweet. We do not have the ability to do that, so it's good to have an item with that kind of benefit so early on. You can check it out here. This is a standard straight sword. This straight sword is sufficient in most respects and effective in most situations if wielded properly. Those who aspire to master the sword are certain to wield it at some point during their journey. And you can see it's very similar to the longsword and other items like that, but it is imbued with poison damage, so pretty awesome. Alright, now to get back, we need to jump on this ledge here where we looted that chest earlier, and to do that we're basically going to creep over here. It's scary. Ugh, I hate this. So then we're going to sprint and jump. So let's do it. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you, Dark Souls. That was bullshit. Oh my god. So much death. Why? Why? I hate you. Now I have to do both jumps. Alright, let's do this shit. Line it up, line it up. Come on, baby. One time for daddy. That was much better. Alright. Now, if you just want to make this easy on yourself, you can use a homeward bone, but I want to show you that this is done. See? I just don't get it. That guy, he fucking jumped like a pro that time. Where's the fucking consistency? Alright, so after you pick up that item, let's put our shield back on if you took it off like I did. There she is. I love you, shield. You save me all the time. Now, some of these enemies are going to be back alive since I haven't killed them all after I died like a chump. So be aware. Alright. We're gonna watch out for these drop downers. You can see there, it's really easy to kill things with sorcery. I just don't always do it because it's kind of boring. We've been over that. You guys don't want to see me just mow through opponents. You want to see me struggle. Okay, so we're going to go up top. We're going to climb up that ladder, but before we do, we're going to kill this bum. You fucking bum. Oh, thanks for the boots. He sure knows how to treat a girl. Alright, so there's two ways we can go. Down here is really pointless, so don't do it. We're going to go down this way. Now these pots behind us are poisonous, but we want to destroy them. So we're going to use our boomstick. Now we're going to go through this wall. I like how my little back hoodie type thing just sits up and blows in the wind. Give me that ring. So here we get a spell quartz ring +1. It's obviously the evolution of the regular spell quartz ring. And if you didn't already know what the hell that is, let's check it out. A ring bestowed upon students of a certain standard at the Melfian Magic Academy. Its soul-based quartz increases magic defense. Pyromancer Glocken crafts these replicas, much to the dismay of the conservative Old Guard faculty. So, if you're fighting an opponent that uses a lot of sorceries, put this thing on your ring finger. Alright, now we're going to move forward. There's going to be some bad peoples up here. And the trick to this is just hitting those poison pots with your sorcery. Wow. That was so easy. They just stand there getting poisoned. It's not very sexy sound, ladies. I'm not too thrilled about that. So here we got a bad dude. He's gonna come for us. He's coming for it. I love when they come to their own death. You don't even have to bring it to them. Special delivery, motherfucker. What you give me? We've gained lots of items, and a lot of that's attributed to this fancy hat. Fancy hat. So that's the reward for looking like a douchebag. You get cool gear. Run up here. There's going to be a bad person throwing fire at you. I love that sound. It's so lame. Don't try to kill those guys yet. We're going to go up top. Shield activated. Now you can hear these bad dudes behind us. We're going to need our range stuff. Whatever method you want to destroy these pots, just as long as it's not melee. Alright. Now, there's some others in the back, and for whatever reason, they're hard to see until later on. They don't appear at first. Oops. Don't hit the chest with any of your sorceries. Oh, I'm all out of sorcery, that's why. Alright, so we're gonna run in there and kill. Whoops. They dead. Don't use your Pharaoh's lockstone here. Basically what happens with this lockstone is right now, since we've destroyed the windmill, if you use the lockstone, it just spits out this healing pool, and it's pretty pointless because we don't need health right now. And even if you did, you wouldn't want to use a lockstone for that. That's what healing stuff is for, peoples. But if you hadn't burned the windmill down and you were just an unassuming lad that approached this lockstone and you're like, hell yeah, can't wait to unlock some free loot. And then you fed that little lockstone, it would spit out some poison and you would get your ass kicked. And that's just pretty fucked up and wrong of FromSoft and all of those folks. So here we've got a mimic. So as I always do with mimics, I'm going to stand behind it and just whoop some ass. I love how it dies. And we get this sweet double loot, the dark gauntlets and the work hook. The work hook is pretty fucking cool. If you want to kill somebody with this thing, you're a boss. So here it is. Work hook, a hook that covers the hand, clearly not intended as a weapon, but certainly sharp enough to shred an enemy's skin. It is a strength requirement of 6 and a dexterity requirement of 10. So that's pretty cool. I can't believe some of these items have requirements, like the fucking handmaiden spoon and this. Are you kidding me? So you're saying like somebody isn't capable enough to hold a fucking spoon? That's just absurd. And we actually weren't when we first started the game playing a sorcerer. When we get the handmaiden spoon, or handmaiden's ladle, it's like you can't do anything with it. It's stupid. Pissed me off. I was ready to quit right then, but I didn't. I overcame my struggle. And we picked up some armor. So the dark, was it the dark gauntlets? I believe it was the dark gauntlets. Was it? Maybe. I don't remember. Sorry guys. It's either the dark gauntlets or the rogue gauntlets. Or the Grey Warden cuffs. So, I think it was this. So we're just going to read it. Because it's fun. Gauntlets of a Knight subsumed. Subsumed? I've never read that word. Is that a word? Subsumed. By dark. I think that's typo. No one knows the true identity of these men who are said to freely manipulate dark. Old foreign legends describe them as poor souls who chased the lost art of life drain. Yes. I have no clue if that's what we just looted. I'm so out of it. So out of it. I was so excited to see that hook. Alright, so now that all those shenanigans are over and behind us, this guy right here is a bad boy. He goes right through your shield, so we're not going to really focus with our shield. We're going to swing, 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 because he's going to go right through us. But he's wearing soft armor, so we can destroy him with melee hits pretty quickly. Now we're going to get out of here. Back up and then sprint forward. Kill, kill. Back up. Just easy, just like that. You should never take any damage from him if you don't stay in front of him too long. If you try to approach it like you would just a regular mob like this, and you're like, oh yeah, I got my shield out, bitch, now what? It's gonna kill you. That's what. So don't do that. But we got that Brigand Hood +5, so that's pretty awesome. It's nice picking up a fully, well, not a fully upgraded, but an upgraded item like that. So you can see the difference between the first one and the second one. These are the same item, but one is superiorly upgraded. So pretty big difference. But it is just a hood item, so it's not like a huge, massive, significant difference like it would be if it was a chest piece or something like that. So yeah, it's still better than nothing. Now let's open this illusory wall here. There's another one over here. This one contains some loot. Petrified something, and we'll use that at the crow's nest. And here's our last bonfire. So we don't want to rest there, just tap it. And then we're going to go to our human effigy. I'm beautiful. And I'm going to run down the stairs. Oops. And now we're going to get the attention of these fine gentlemen. First one. Come on. Go back to our sword and shield. I love when they try to heal when you're right next to them. Every time I see that silver black items, I want to say silverback. It just looks like that's what it's supposed to be. Okay, so come on, laddie. That was horrible. I deserve a death there. Just gonna get away. Sometimes you just need to get away. You can see how like costly just one simple mistake is, though. This game is truly unforgiving. Sometimes you see bloodstains for people in really easy areas, and you'll click on the bloodstain and you're just like, how the fuck did they die here? And even though you can see them getting killed, you still can't tell truly what went down. And it's just from something easy like that, attacking too soon, making that one little mistake. This looks kind of scary, right? All that is from where the poison used to seep in through the pumping mechanic, but it's not in here anymore because we burned down the windmill. So let's summon Jester Thomas. He effectively makes this fight a cakewalk. He does pyromancy damage to the boss, and she's very weak to that. So, but we don't need to do anything special because of how much damage he does. We just stay away and cast our spells. Now we could use this amber herb here, and I'm going to use it with my great heavy soul arrows. Now just hold your shield up, get out of the poison quickly, and then circle strafe and get back and wait for Jester Thomas to come in. Any day now, motherfudger. There he is, he's coming. Now it's time for him to do his magic. Oh, how do you miss? So you never want to stand directly behind Jester, because then she can hit both of you. You basically want to split sides with her. You can see he does pretty significant damage. And we just do enough with our sorceries to keep her whittling away. Now you can definitely get in there and do some melee damage as well. She's very much occupied with Jester. Got poisoned, bro. Even though you're going back to your own world, you're fucking dead. Sorry, Jester. Okay, so we got all those sweet souls. Now we're gonna run out of here. Back to the next zone we go. No loot in here, unfortunately. I always feel like if I made this game, I would always put one badass weapon after the boss, kind of like a Zelda type thing, where you just get rewarded for killing that beast. I know you get a boss soul and you can use that to make a weapon, but still, it'd be cool. Everybody wants to open a chest after a badass boss fight and get something sweet. Okay, so don't worry, that skeleton's nothing. We're at the Iron Keep, and this place looks crazy as fudge. We're just gonna tap the bonfire. Do not take your chances by stepping on the hot lava. It is not advised. And we're gonna travel back to Majula. We are back at Majula's. And before we do anything with our souls, we're going to run over to Gilligan. He's by the pit now. And we're going to talk to him, and then we're going to buy his most expensive ladder.
Then, you want to go down? Fine. Yeah, but
By buying his most expensive ladder, it allows us to go as far down as we need to. If you can't afford the 12,000 souls, don't pay 500, don't pay 3,500. You'll still put a ladder there, but you'll still end up having to pay 12,000 souls later for the larger ladder. So just save up, use your souls in your inventory, do this right. There's no way you shouldn't have these souls though, because we just killed the boss. So do it. Spend the souls.
I get so.
Put down that ladder, fat boy. Do your job. Sometimes it's weird as to what the cinematics they choose to make. Alright, so you can see here that the prices have increased on some of the items. The claws are more expensive. All of this stuff. But now he doesn't sell that miniature anymore because we bought it. But if we had purchased it, it'd be more expensive as well. If we talk to him after buying that super awesome ladder, he's going to give us some free weapon.
Here ya.
So we get the Melu Scimitar.
Oh, come on. You're hoping.
So we're going to finish talking to him, get him to repeat himself. He's got a lot of conversation options again.
Oh, no. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, anybody? What?
After that, we'll leave. We're going to go to our inventory and check out the new weapon that we got. It's a curved blade that looks kind of fancy, so there it is. You can see here, the Melu Scimitar is a scimitar of Laddersmith Gilligan. Nothing notable about this weapon except perhaps the luxurious jewels embedded in the hilt. If your aim is to appear dazzling on the battlefield, which it is, this might just do the trick. So it's a pretty cool item actually. If you are dual wielding swords, I like something like this. Curved swords are fast. It's got decent stats. It's not too hard to wield it, so I like this item. It's something that I use sometimes. We're not going to use it in this playthrough, but it is a fun little item. Okay, so we did that. We've got the ladder. It's in the pit. You can see it on the edge there, and we've got that ring that helps us with fall damage, so we're good there. Now we can spend the rest of our souls on upgrading. On leveling up, not upgrading. You have to be so specific with these words because there's so many different meanings. Spend it on vitality. And we're going to go into our inventory and start consuming our souls. Not our boss souls, but all of these souls that we've got stored up. So I'm going to edit through that so you guys don't have to witness all this boring process. Okay, so now that we've consumed all those souls, we're going to spend those on leveling up as well. All in vitality. Okay, everybody, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please click the thumbs up button, leave a comment in the section below, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for visiting my channel. I know there's lots of awesome content on YouTube, and it really means a lot you chose to view my videos. I hope you enjoyed them and will join me on my other social media accounts. And of course, subscribe here to become a part of the Paper Planes YouTube community.